Okay, so we are rolling now. So just want to confirm that you're okay with me recording, right? This is just for consent.
I have no problem.
Perfect. Great. So
Happy to oblige.
beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Have you lived in India your whole life?
Yeah, sure. I was born here, never moved out.
Could you talk a little bit about I don't know, just about like a normal day? What do you think a normal day is like in India, and and how do you think it's different from anywhere else?
Well, in India, we have a huge variety of lifestyles. Like I personally was born in like a village area. Okay, so there's lot of natural beauty there, and people rely on nature. They own farms and they fulfill their own needs. And whereas in like city area, people people don't often like go out to do such petty chores. They are busy in their works and such. And like I'm in Dehradun, okay, Uttarakhand. It is the like a pilgrim spot.
Could you
It is
type
so
that
full
in?
of temples.
Could you type that in? Is that the location you're in? You said.
Yeah, uh, it's it's Uttarakhand.
Okay.
You can search it on Google. A beautiful place. Okay, so I was born in Uttarakhand. Here there is a lot of like greenery, but in last decade the matlab, our area is totally transformed into a village to a small city.
Hmm. What is
I mean, I missed, yeah, I miss the old Uttarakhand, Haridwar. I live in Haridwar. So I miss the old one, but it's nice to have technology over here.
so? Yeah. Could you talk a little bit about what how that change going from like a village into a small city, how that affected you, and how did it affect your family and also your environment? How did it change things?
Well, to be honest, I was not that very much affected because I moved out to Punjab when I was 5. We moved out to Punjab. Then 4 years ago, I moved in again with my grandma. So our locality was almost the same. I mean, we haven't sold our farms or anything. We still use our farms for wheat and rice. But yeah, people people around us have sold them. And environment wise, it's relatively it's clean. That's at least I can say that.
Well, what was it like moving up to Punjab? Like how was that spot? How was that area different? And did you like it more than where you are now?
Mm, in Punjab, where I've lived, was more likely like it was almost the same as the Uttarakhand of right now. Punjab is known for its farming and industrial sites. A lot of Punjabi people they farm, or either they are industrialist or they own their own farms. So it was like kind of same in Punjab.
Hmm. In India, so in America right now, where I am, and for
Yeah.
a lot of people, on this channel are from too, there's an issue with racism in our country, especially towards black people and but to many
Yeah.
minorities. And for you in India, like, is there racism, and or as much?
Racism is universal. Okay, let's keep that in mind. Racism is universal. Sexism is universal. We cannot change it. We cannot deny it. We cannot eradicate it completely. But we have to minimize it. Okay, in in US, people from color and mainly there is racism for people for colors. Okay, same. It's the same in India. Like people with darker complexion are not preferred here. Like if you are looking for a bride, so our parents would try to find someone who is at our skin level or brighter than us. It's just there. Not
Wow.
that everyone does it, and it has been minimized too. But recently, if Fair and Lovely, the fairness cream product, it has to it has to rechange its name to Glow and Lovely, because this has sparked a controversy that it was promoting the like racism for color, Fair and Lovely, and we have a lot of things here that promotes the racism, but we are changing,
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
improving for the better.
What are your thoughts of are arranged marriages pretty common in India, and what are your thoughts of them?
Well, it's like in India, we live with our families. Okay, it's a common knowledge. We live with our families, so our parents prefer someone that is compatible with the family. So they find some girl for us, because we as younger generation, we are always told to work for our careers, focus on our careers. So we usually don't have time to build relationships. So our parents took it on themselves to find some suitable groom or bride for us.
And what do you think about that? What, like, are you in support of that, or do you think that that's helpful for you, or would you prefer to go out on your own and meet someone on your own?
Well, uh, I personally would prefer to meet someone on my own, but it's not like it's a totally bad thing. Okay,
Yeah.
parents they do allow their children to say yes or no to their choices. They just they try their best to arrange someone for you.
Yeah, and they love you. You know.
Yes,
Yeah, that's important to keep in mind
it,
too. Is that
it's a family thing.
yeah.
Like for a bride, for a girl in India, their parents their parents try groom who can support her.
Oh, I'm
A
sorry.
boy who can support a girl.
Hold on
Yeah,
one second, man. You're kind of
that's
breaking.
the
You're breaking up
reason.
a little bit here. Hold on. Okay. All right. I think you're back. All right. Could you just repeat what you were saying?
Yeah. Hmm. It's, yeah. Wait a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So what
It's,
what were you saying? We were going in and out there for a second. Could you just repeat what the last thing that you said?
yes, sure. Like for a girl, her parents would try to find a groom who can support her. Okay.
You're a popular man.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. No, that's fine.
I'm
That's
sorry.
fun.
I'm sorry.
That's good.
Uh,
Yeah, you don't need
yeah.
an arranged marriage. You got the girls calling you and texting you all day. You don't need
Nah,
your parents.
that's my friends.
I
Those are my friends.
like it too. It's like this piano, it's like very classical.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, I love that lighter tone.
mhm. Yeah. Well, what are some of your interests? Like in your wildest dreams, what would be the ideal job that you'd have?
Well, to be honest, I aspire to be an animator. Okay, I'm pursuing a BSc animation in gaming, and I would love to have a job in that section.
Wow, That's so cool, man. That's so creative, you know?
Yeah, sure. The only limitation is your imagination.
That's amazing. That's badass. And so, are there a lot of good like art schools or animation schools in India, or would you want to travel outside of India for school?
Well, in India, we have a lot of high quality study material that the industry that the universities could provide us. But the only thing in India is that the individual project, we don't have enough funding and timing to complete those. So, like, we can get the information, but to execute it, we have to find a better job. That's why we move out.
Hmm.
Well, India is progressing in animation sector, so we could say that future is better.
Are your parents pretty supportive of you in that dream?
Yeah, sure. They do support me.
That's great. There's some people here, like I'm sure that there are parents all over the world who are thinking like, oh my gosh, like that's not, or at least there's some people in America. All I can say is, some parents I know would be like, oh, that's not a practical job. You have to go into business or you have to go into economics or engineering to get yourself a real job. And it's awesome that your parents are supportive of you. I just want
Yeah,
people to know
sure.
that.
It's like someone who's streaming, like yourself. You are streaming. You are a YouTuber.
Hmm.
But some people don't even consider a YouTuber as a job. Like someone who is streaming on Twitch, who is a gamer, pro gamer. But some people don't even consider that a job, even though he's earning.
Right.
So that's the thing.
Yeah, and I think it's like an old way of thinking about it, a narrow-minded way of thinking about work. Whereas like to go into a creative field, I think it is riskier, but it's also like it is entrepreneurial. It is like starting a small business because I'm an actor, and I can tell you it's like running a one-person business. And but
Sure.
but props to you for going for that, man. I
it's
guess.
it's not it's not like the previous generations were, because they were told, they were raised to to be stable, and the field which we are pursuing, it's not guaranteed to bear fruits.
Mhm. I think that
that's
if
that's
yeah,
a big issue.
that's true. Yeah, I think that like if you look at anyone who's successful, and if you do it, if you work every day at something that you love, right? Like if you draw something every day, or you meet someone, if you have like a goal in mind, a long-term goal, and you work a little bit every day towards it to develop your skills, and like there's no way that you can't be successful. Even you'll feel fulfilled yourself.
Yeah,
That's so important. Um,
that is the spark of life,
mm.
that one thing.
I'm interested in hearing your thoughts of religion in your country, and because in America, in the U.S., we have the separation of church and state. Is it like that in India? And well, is it like that in India?
Well, firstly, I am an atheist. I do believe in their beliefs, but I don't believe in their gods. Okay, god or such entity. I do believe what they preach in, like equality, to be kind, but I don't really believe in those stories of gods. And secondly, as for our country, India is a religious country. We all know that. In India, we have almost 44 crore gods. It's like 300 million something gods.
Oh my God!
So, so we have a lot of diversity in religions.
A lot of religion, yeah.
We have God, we have men, we have women, we have blacks, we have animals, we have trees, we have everything for gods.
Do you you have a tree god too? I want to see your tree god.
Well, I don't really have it. It's called Vishwakarma. Like it's called Vishwakarma. Like world tree, matlab, world tree.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah, sure.
So what was it about you that like what was it that turned you atheist, do you think? And are your parents atheist?
No, they're religious. It's just a personal belief. Like I don't believe in supernatural stories, but I do believe in their morals. For me, morals are important, not the actual stories. And as our old scripts, it's said in there that a story, a story of God. In that story, none of the character matters. Only what they do that matters.
Their actions. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Action do speak louder than words.
Do you have a favorite book?
Mm, it keeps on changing.
What are some of your favorite things that you've read that come to mind?
It's all like Hindi novels. Those are Hindi novels.
No, I don't know. I no.
Hindi is the national language. So you, of course, you won't know.
Well, I know that Hindi is the national language, but I have no idea like a Hindi novel, you know. Are any of them translated, you think?
Yeah, matlab, they might be.
Could you type in like the name of one or two of them? I wouldn't mind checking them out and and seeing. Interesting. Hindi novel. Hmm. And while you're doing that, um, do you have any interest in traveling outside of India? Or have you traveled? Godan. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Have you traveled outside of India?
Not yet, but I do plan to travel. Like like your channel, building bridges. It is it is basically connecting the dots all around the world, so
Yes.
people can understand each other. So in my field, okay, animation is an art. So we have to consider everything. So I love to meet people around the world so we can talk it out, and I can expand my scope, my knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, you're a smart guy. You're a smart, funny guy and very articulate. You know, absolutely. It's been really nice.
No, I'm just a normal dude.
I think this is the thing is like like there are so many people in this world and there's so many stories and so many perspectives and experiences. It's just endlessly exciting and fascinating to listen to, you know?
Yeah, sure. That's what make us different.
Yeah. Well, what do you I guess one last question. What
Yeah, sure.
what are your opinions or thoughts of the United States? And do you you and like people that you know, do you view us more as like as good guys or bad guys? Or do you or is that that simple?
Well, mm, firstly, I'll say it like this world. There are different countries, and so to keep everyone in place, someone has to step higher. Okay, someone powerful has to step higher, so he can moderate. He can look after the smaller ones. So, like USA, USA is considered, was considered, and is still considered to be at the top. But as this last administration, Trump administration, mm, it has really dented the perception and like image of this great country. So I mean, like USA is a country for all. It is a country of freedom. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. And I wouldn't say it's a like it's the best country. Nor would I say that it's the bad country. But it is a respectable country.
Great
And
answer.
I would sure like to go and visit.
Yeah, man. If you ever want to come over, you're welcome. You can stay on the couch. um, well, if you what about like who? What do you think is the best country? Like, what do you think are this is the standard for the best?
Well, there is no best. If you are comparing, there's always good, there was always bad. So, like, the cream of the crop is never there. We all have something good, something bad. Like, I wouldn't say that my country is better than yours, nor would I accept that yours is better than mine. We all are
We all have
good
something
at
to
what we
bring.
are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. Totally. But like there is a case to be made that like Scandinavia, I mean, other than it's not really diverse at all. But like they
Yeah,
treat their people really well. Like they have really good education. They're not hard on themselves. They don't work themselves into the ground. They have free health care, you know. I don't know. I think there's something about that that's really appealing, you know.
that's on the government. Like, if you are not educated, you cannot be the best. But on the other hand, if you're educated and you're oppressing others, then also you cannot be the best good guy.
Yeah.
Like British people, not that they are bad now. Britain is a wonderful country. But like if we go 300 and 400 years in the past, British used to go to other places in search for trade, and then they would infiltrate their economy and then colonize them. So they had
Yeah.
this higher level of knowledge. Okay, so in a country, a government has to make sure that everybody gets firstly basic abilities, basic facilities like education, healthcare. Then only we can hope to aspire to become better.
Mm.
Like, yes, Scandinavia, those countries are like better than ours, we can say that. Well, they are.
Yeah. But they do also have a history of, you know, like all your Western nations, right? European countries and the US. I mean, we are imperialist countries. You know, we
Yeah,
invade and we steal, you know, and you know, there are a lot of countries that have just kind of been to themselves and just want to do their own thing and are happy with where they are and what they're doing and you know, pretty much the white countries, the Western countries, have just kind of, like, awfully pillaged. You know, I mean, it goes back to the Crusades.
yeah,
You know, it's sad. It's saddening. But I think a new day is coming.
upon us.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks so much for just being an awesome dude, and for talking. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, is there any last thing like that's on your mind that you'd like to share with people watching?
Just be good people. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Awesome.
Just be good people.
Cool, dude. All right. What name would you like for me to put on this? What do you go by?
Just a normal dude talking about normal stuff.
Okay. Is there a name like a code name that you'd like to put on here? You don't have to say your actual name.
No, I don't really want to take any credit for this. I'm just sharing my views.
Okay. So I'll put normal. I usually put like a name, so I'll put like normal guy.
Just a normal guy.
Okay, cool.
That's what I prefer.
Great, man. Awesome. Well, it was a blast, and maybe I'll be seeing you on here again.
Sure, why
All
not?
right, dude. I'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Cool. Normal guy. Awesome. Great. Just a normal guy from India. Smart, articulate, pretty cool. Okay, I have class in 10 minutes. Class in 10 minutes, so that may just be the only one I do today.